Joyful day, everyone. So you clicked on this video because this is meant for you. Today's topic is on cash flow and equity, which I also used personally. That's why I was able to retire early. Okay, so let me read first the technical terms, and then I will tell you what I did and how I leveraged these two so I can retire early. Okay. So, cash flow is the money coming in minus the money going out. So, formula is cash flow equals income minus expenses. So, for example, you have 80,000 salary and you have passive income of 20,000. Your total income is 100,000. Monthly expenses is 65,000. Cash flow is 35,000 per month. Positive cash flow means you have money left over to save or invest. Negative cash flow means you're spending more than you earn. Okay, so in cash flow, when I was thinking of retiring early, I thought to myself, I need cash flow compared to equity. So I will compare the two and how I used it later on. So equity is the portion of an asset that you truly own after subtracting any debt. Formula, equity equals asset value minus liabilities. So for example, house value is 8 million, mortgage balance is 3 million, equity is 5 million. If you own something outright with no debt, your equity equals its full value. How to use this in your financial life? Number 1, build positive cash flow. Spend less than you earn. I don't think Robert Kiyosaki likes this concept so much. I don't like it either. I would rather add more income than spend less. But sometimes of course I try to spend less because I'm not in that level of financial stability yet. Increase your income through work, business, or investments. Use the extra cash to invest rather than increasing unnecessary spending. So if you're not in that level yet, you should minimize spending. Use cash flow to buy assets. Invest in stocks, bonds, real estate, or businesses that can generate income. Over time, these assets may increase your wealth. So remember guys, Warren Buffett said, if you cannot make money while you sleep, you will be working all your life. So you should be able to, make your money work for you. Over time, these assets may increase your wealth, grow your equity, pay down debt. Invest in assets that appreciate in value, like a house. A house appreciates in value, but if you stay in the house, that becomes a liability because it's not earning you money. As I told you already in my previous video, an asset puts money in your pocket, a liability takes money away from your pocket. As debt decreases and asset values increase, your net worth grows. The relationship. Think of it like this. Cash flow is the money that moves through your life every month. Equity is the wealth you accumulate over time. Someone with strong cash flow can steadily build equity by consistently investing and reducing debt. Over the long term, both work together to create financial independence. So guys, cash flow and equity. The very best example of that is real estate. So if you own a rental property or several rental properties, like I told you what I told my sister, to buy rental properties because those properties are practically paying her debt her loan, her housing loans, through the rental income. And of course, there's equity because it accumulates value over time. You know, a house or a house and lot, or even just a lot, as a piece of lot, can, you know, grow in equity. So it grows in value over time. It's not a depreciating asset like a car. A car depreciates over time, so it doesn't have equity. So what I did, I thought to myself, I need cash flow more than equity. I need immediate income for myself. If I retire, I will not have pension, I will not have salary because I'm not yet in the retirement age, because retirement age is 60. I retired at 52. That was last year. I was turning 53 that year, but I was still 52 because it was earlier that year. So anyway, so I was thinking to myself, I need cash flow. I cannot wait for a property to grow because I need the money right now. So that's cash flow. So I thought, how do I do this? So I told you already, I invested in my friend's business, and it's giving me monthly percentage because I gave him capital for his business. And then I added more capital as my money grew, because I was still in my 9 to 5 job. I was still earning while I already had that investment on the side. So I was able to save at least 50% of my salary because I was able to pay already my debts at that time. And then I was saving 50%. It was really tight. It was, you know, I had to really control my spending because I really wanted to retire. So instead, it's 70-20-10 rule. 70% for your 70% for your expenses, 20% for savings and investment, 10 for tithes and, you know, helping others, charity. So I did 50%. That was at that time really a bit hard. But you know, when the cash flow from my friend's business, which whom I invested with, I invested in his business, is already earning plus my 50% of my salary, so I was able to save up and then reinvest what I earned to his company, to his business, and then I started with one business on the side. So now I have four, and it's earning me, okay, it's earning me more than my previous salary in my middle managerial job. So it was good, it was good. So cash flow is like putting money every month in your pocket, while equity is you have to wait for the value to grow over time. So my sister's rentals is earning her cash flow. At the same time, it has equity. That's the good thing about real estate, guys. But it is very capital intensive. You have to have that, you know, big amount of money to be able to buy properties, or you have to have a really big salary so you can have multiple properties at the same time. You can take a loan, and you know, the rent from that is paying your loan, practically paying your loan. And over time, it is growing in value, so you can resell the property in a higher price in the future. So it's accumulating value, and at the same time giving you income for your monthly expenses or your monthly, you know, if you're trying to save or you're trying to invest, you can, you know, put certain amount on the side for that. So that's the difference between cash flow and equity. Personally, at this point in my life, because I don't have pension yet and I don't have salary, I'm still going for cash flow. But then my investments now are very high risks. That's why they are giving me high returns. So high risk, high returns. Low risk, low returns. Medium risk, medium returns. So guys, I'll be talking about on my next videos, I'll be talking about investments And so maybe you would want to know more about that. I'll be posting more on that. And so for today, it's just uh, cash flow and equity. So you can choose either one of those depending on what financial capability you have right now. But if you can do both cash flow and equity, why not? It's better. But now for me, it's just cash flow. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you learned something. Good health, wealth, and abundance in all areas of your life. Thank you for watching.